Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting. I appreciate you being here at the channel today. And for you folks that are here for the first time, you're just now finding us, please consider hitting that subscribe button. And if you find the information that I provide beneficial, please hit that like button as well. Now, to learn more about me, learn more about my company, please check out the links below. And I would point you initially to our courses section. And in our courses section, you will find our gym management playbook. And this gym management playbook, this was specifically designed to help you shorten the learning curve and to help you maximize bottom line profitability. And for you folks that are looking to get into the industry, or maybe you've gotten into the industry, you're brand new, or if you're struggling at this and you want to shorten that learning curve, you want to get results quick, that's really what the gym management playbook is really designed for. So check that out and see if it might be for you. And then number two, for you folks that are looking to open new facilities, you're looking to expand existing operations, check out our funding link below for the potential of qualifying for up to $250,000 in funding with no collateral. So with that said, let's get into our topic today, and it's the difference between gym success and gym failure. The difference between gym success and gym failure, it's all about mindset, okay? And so I want to take a little different look at this, because I know a lot of times we talk about this, what are the things that I find to be true? Clubs that struggle, it's a failure to properly understand and implement, sales and marketing programs and things like that. I'm not really going that direction here today, but I want to talk about the mindset of the folks that have success and the folks that don't in the gym business. And so number one, okay, on our list is purpose. They have a purpose. And what I mean by this is they know their why. They know why they're doing this. Why is this important to you? Why is it important? I know that drove me when I was first opening clubs. I was 22, doing that very first one, and I wanted to be the youngest guy doing them. I wanted to be the most successful. I wanted to, handle all the finance, handle all the marketing, handle all the sales, handle everything, which that was what I did, okay? And but know your purpose, know your why. What's going to drive you to do this? To get out of bed every morning, to work long hours, to work weekends, and it's still fun. Okay, but know your purpose, know your why. Number two is your contribution as a business. Okay, as a business, how are you solving problems for people? How are you providing solutions for people? How are you doing this? And this kind of gets back to that little bit of differentiation, but I'm talking about that mindset here, your contribution. How are you going to solve problems? And how are you going to provide a solution? And stay out of this habit of just saying and doing what everybody else does. You need true differentiation. How are you different? How are you separating yourself from everybody else? If you're saying the same things and doing the same things that everybody else is, well, it's no different. Okay? And to a point, it just becomes vanilla and no one's really going to pay attention to it. Okay? Number three is belief. Talking about mindset, belief. You have to believe that you're capable of success. You have to believe it, that you're capable of doing this. I can't tell you how many folks, whether they're in sales and management and ownership, the self-doubt is so huge, and it's what's holding so many folks back. And one of the things I would suggest here is become a student. Become a student. Use this channel. I know a lot of gyms use this channel. A lot of our clients use this channel. Watch videos every day. Have your staff watch videos every day. You want to become a student of this. Become a student of your company, a student of the industry, a student of sales, a student of management, a student of success. This is how you can create that belief. And I would even, as an exercise, start revisiting, prior success stories. Doesn't have to be in this business, but prior success stories, things you did, chances you took because you believed you could do it. You believed in yourself, because you have to believe that you're capable of success. I'll go back to me again. When I first started building clubs, I didn't know anything. All I had was passion and desire. I had success at sales. I had some success at sales management. I had some success at sales training. But in the whole big picture, I'd not done anything. But as far as I was concerned, I could do this. And it wasn't, there's a fine line there between confidence and arrogance. And I was always mindful of not going to that arrogance part. Just, hey, stay confident, stay humble, and continue learning. But I was convinced I could do it. Okay? So, belief. Number 4 is commitment. We're committed. And, commitment, there's no possibility of retreat. When you're committed, when you're all in, there's no possibility of retreat. And so part of this is you constantly have to be, I think, visualizing success, visualizing how you're going to do this. Okay? We're not going to accept failure at any level. At anything that there is failure or there's obstacles, what's the solution? How are we going to handle it? But we're all in. There is no retreat, as what was it, I forget where it came from, but you're gonna burn the ships, ships are coming ashore, we're burning the ships. There's no retreat here. Okay, we're not going backwards. Okay, be all in. Number 5, again, we're talking about mindset. Focus. Okay, finish what you start. Finish what you start. See it through. And so that's on maybe bigger things, but on that day-to-day, key performance indicators, our closing percentage, our show percentage, how many outbound calls are we making, how many leads are we bringing in, how many workouts a day are we getting, what's our attrition percentages. Looking at these key performance indicators every day. Stay focused on them every single day. What you don't want to have happen is I call it success apathy, complacency. We don't want success apathy to work its way in, whereby, hey, just because you've had success before doesn't mean you're going to have it now. Okay? And so stay focused day in, day out. Number 6, mindset-wise, is we want to have patience. We want to have patience. Now, let me talk about this in a couple different ways. In some ways, I think we don't want to have patience, okay? And in day-to-day, hey, I want to start getting results right now. In a manner of speaking, I have no patience, okay? And so how can I make sales today? Well, I'll grab all the old telephone inquiry log sheets. I'll start calling them and booking appointments, okay? Because I want sales now. So in that regard, I'm not going to have as much patience. But in that mindset, as far as long-term goals, I want to have patience. What is the long-term expectation? Okay, what is the long-term expectation? I want to own 10 clubs. I want to own 5. I want to run multiple operations. I want to sell my company and go live on the beach. Whatever it might be, okay, make sure you plan that out, and then we work it every day. There's patience. We're not going to get all of that today, okay? Hey, I want to have 10 clubs that I run. Okay, great. That won't happen today, okay? Now, if you have a little bit of patience, maybe you can go out and find funding and acquire that. Okay, but have some patience and have a plan in there, based on these expectations. And these expectations, these objectives, every day manage based on these expectations, manage based on these objectives. Here's what I'm trying to do, so here's how I'm making decisions today. Okay, and maybe a little bit of impatience in there. Okay, number 7, mindset. You have to have grit. This is a tough one for some folks. I'll never forget. This was when I was owning clubs, and I forget where I was at. Maybe I had 4 of them at the time. And I had an office that was away from the gyms. And in that office, I had a complete, phone room. And it was a lead generating office. It wasn't just me over there doing my thing, but it was a full lead generating office. And so it was pretty active normally. And I remember being there on a Friday afternoon, and it was one of the rare days where nothing was going on. And one of the local advertising guys who owned one of the companies, we'd become friends, and he just stopped by, and I happened to have time just to sit and talk. And he looked at me and goes, "Man, Jim, you've got it made." And I said, "Well, how so?" And he goes, "You just lease up space, you bring in equipment, and people come in and they buy memberships from you." And, I remember at the time kind of laughing at it, thinking, you got to be kidding. That's what you think it is? But, it's what a lot of people think it is. They vastly underestimate what it's going to take to be successful at this. And this is a business, and there's a lot going on. And if you're the owner, you have to wear a lot of hats. And if you're the manager, you wear a lot of hats. And I talk about grit. You have to be willing to hustle and grind every day. if you're going to make this successful. It's part of the mindset. You got to be willing to hustle and grind. And it goes back to, hey, why do you have to know your why? What's your purpose? Because if you're not really clear on that, if it's not the right one, it's going to be hard to do some of that. Okay? So we need grit. Okay? Number 8, mindset, creativity. We need creativity. You know, old tired phrase, you need to think outside the box. Okay, that's what you need to do. But think for yourself. Don't just do what everybody else is doing. Okay, you know, your own creativity. And there's a lot of ways you can do it. I know for me, I used to subscribe to every magazine you could think of. I had them all. I mean, you know, health and fitness, muscle and fitness, you know, men's magazine, women's magazine, Cosmopolitan, Vogue, and I'm just looking through all of them. They're all on my desk, and I'm looking at all the ads, and I'm looking for creativity. I'm looking, give me some thinking. It doesn't have to be in the fitness industry, but what are other people doing that looks like it might be a success, and how can I translate that into what I do? I'm looking at other businesses. I'm walking into hotels and looking what they're doing. I'm calling other people up that own businesses and own other gyms. Hey, what are you doing? How are you doing this? And everything to kind of spur my creativity. I don't think I ever did exactly what somebody else was doing. I took it and, okay, I'm going to put my touch on this, and hey, here's how we're going to do this. But think for yourself. Be creative. Don't just do the same old tired thing, okay? But you want creativity in what you're doing. And then lastly, number 9, on the difference between gym success and gym failure. And that's you have to have growth. You have to have growth. And my suggestion is find someone who has been there and you can learn from. I tell people all the time that call me, they say, well, Jim, why should I choose you? I said, well, I've been there. I can help you. I've made those mistakes. I can help you, okay? I can help you get, not only have I made it, I've worked with hundreds and thousands of folks that have made it, and I can help you. But whether it's me or whether it's somebody else, you know, find someone who's been there. Find someone who's been there. If you don't know where you're going, find someone who knows the way, okay? You want growth. So 9 different ideas here on mindset that, from what I see, is one of the big difference makers between having success and failure. Where do you fall in? And I would look at this a little bit, you know, with a critical eye. I mean, if you say, oh yeah, I'm great at all these, but your business isn't struggling, well, maybe you're not great at all these. Really look at it and say, well, which ones can I get better at? How about that grit part? Okay, how about that hustle and that grind? You may have had it before. Do you still have it? Or has a little complacency worked its way in? No matter what level you're at, you're in sales, you're in management, you're in ownership, doesn't matter. Take a look at these, see where you fit. So folks, my name is Jim Thomas. My company is Fitness Management and Consulting. If you found the content beneficial today, please hit that like button. I appreciate it. And we look forward to seeing you all in that next video.